Grace Kitchens presents Creative Cooking. In this series, we showcase the talents of some of our favorite chefs as they demonstrate how to prepare some of their favorite dishes. And now, here is today's host.
Welcome to the Creative Cooking Show. Joining us today is another great Jamaican chef, Chef Karl Hart, Executive Chef of the Pantry. Welcome, Chef Hart, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the Pantry, what it is and what services do you provide?
The Pantry is now the Pantry Caterers and space. We have an events site, and we also have the Pantry Playhouse.
Where are you located?
At 2 Dumfries Road in New Kingston.
Okay. Now, you do a lot of caterings. Let's talk about some of the bigger events. You want to tell us about some?
I've done most of the embassies, heads of government locally, the Prime Minister's residence, Gigi. I remember going to Rio. I was asked to represent, through the Jamaica Tourist Board to do a week of Jamaican cuisine in Brazil. I did curried ackee one night with shrimp because there was no saltfish.
Chef Hart, let's talk about the dish you're doing today.
Today I'm going to do sweet and sour mackerel balls.
And that's different.
It's really different. We're taking a twist from the traditional way of preparing canned mackerel. Today I'm preparing sweet and sour mackerel balls. First I'm going to start with the sauce, which for those of you who don't know, a sweet and sour sauce done with pineapple juice, and we're going to put the sweet, which is sugar, and the sour, which is vinegar, and we're going to bring this to a boil. Of course, for color, we're adding Grace tomato ketchup. This is the mackerel. We're going to add some seasoning, which is already prepared. We're using chopped onions. We're using, of course, some Scotch bonnet pepper. And those of you might not be so sure, mackerel always tend to taste a little raw, so we're adding a little lime juice to counteract that. Then we're using egg as a binding agent for that. And it's just so easy, you just dump everything in it. The breadcrumbs also for a binding agent. And a little soy for flavoring. And a pinch of salt, because this is not salt mackerel, this is the other mackerel. Now simply we just combine all of this together. I need to put a little garlic with pimento, which is allspice. Smells good already. Okay, and we do this, forming balls here, and you don't have to put any flour or anything on it. You just put this in hot fat and fry them. I'm just going to continue by finishing the sauce. Like we already had your sweet and the sour, which would be vinegar and sugar. I'm just adding some julienne carrots, peppers, and a key ingredient for sweet and sour that really makes it come alive is pineapples. Ginger juice, secret ingredient. Okay? And of course, the last thing would be our thickening agent, which would be cornstarch, which is just diluted in cold water, and use this as a thickening agent. And we have a sweet and sour sauce. Okay, the sweet and sour sauce is just about ready, and we have our fried balls over here. We're going to do one with an Asian flair and one with an Italian flair. Mackerel balls Italian, mackerel balls Oriental.
Hi, Chef.
Hi.
Indeed, you have brought good taste to life. Here you used rice.
With sweet and sour sauce.
With sweet and sour sauce, and you garnished using a tomato rose and parsley. So simple, but it gives a delicate finish. And you have done the spaghetti with the same mackerel balls, sweet and sour mackerel.
Tomato sauce.
With a tomato sauce, and you have garnished with your sweet peppers, and you've added some cheese, and that adds a really nice zest. Chef, thank you so much for sharing these great meal ideas, and I'm sure our consumers will enjoy preparing the dish and eating.
Bon appetit!
Today, from the mailbox comes a question about creating garnishes from everyday food items. Chef Hart will demonstrate how easy it is. Chef, you know we have all these vegetables in our refrigerators, and sometimes when we cook, we want to add a little zest to it. Let's talk about how we can garnish. First of all, what is a garnish?
A garnish enhances the presentation.
Okay.
Garnishes, one, should be edible.
Okay.
So you wouldn't want to use a non-edible on a plate.
On a plate.
This is tomato. This is just peel. Just think of peeling an orange. We have peeled a tomato, like a plum tomato, and all you do is just arrange just like this.
Just roll it.
Just roll it, right? And put it on a plate, and you have
a tomato roll.
A tomato roast.
Brilliant.
Very, very easy. Finish it on the plate, we have a tomato roast. And of course, you know, the roasts don't come without some bush.
That's right.
So we have some leaf on it, and you have the green here.
Okay, you're using parsley.
And parsley. On a white plate, it just simply stands out.
Yes.
You can use some scallion, a little piece of scallion on that, to extend your foliage, and then your subject matter would be here. And that would be it. This method is called julienne, where you julienne the vegetables, meaning like in a shoestring form.
And you're using carrots.
And you can just use carrots. You can use carrots, you can use
sweet peppers.
The oranges, you have the reds, and you have some yellows, and you have some green.
And a sweet peppers.
And you're good. That's also another garnish. But then again, I said, be careful of over-garnishing, because over-garnishing can take away from
the dish.
Rosemary is also very pretty with some things, especially beef, chicken, lamb, fish, just about anything.
Here's another herb.
Mint also is a good garnish to use with preferably game or lamb. And then there are several things you can do with carrots. You can cut these with your vegetable peeler and put them in ice water. And marinate them in there for a while, and they'll automatically do curls. Okay. The same thing will go for the top of the scallion.
Thank you, Chef Hart, for being on our show today and for bringing these wonderful ideas to life.
Thanks.
Thank you. That's our show for today. We'd love to hear from you. Just contact us at Grace Kitchens by mail, email, or phone if you have any questions or recipes you'd like to share. Till next time, thanks for watching.
This is Chef Season on Creative Cooking, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. Join us every Monday morning at 7:35 as we showcase the talents of some of our favorite chefs, demonstrating some of their favorite dishes here on Smile Jamaica, It's Morning Time. Chef Season continues next Monday morning on Creative Cooking, 7:35 on TVJ, and with a repeat at 2:50 p.m. every Sunday afternoon. Don't miss it.